So there it is. In a few hours, I'll hopefully be at the summit. Just a little ways further to the trailhead. I'm at the trailhead, so I'm orienting myself now with this very old and sunburnt map. But I've got the map downloaded, so I'll be being cautious, and if at any point I feel like it is no longer worth going up, I will turn around. So I think I've got everything I need. I packed a decent amount of food and water, so I should be back at a reasonable hour. Hopefully I just enjoy it. There is a deer right here, and I'm trying not to get too close to it and freak it out, but it's also right next to the trail. Okay, there it goes. Scared me for a second because I didn't see. Oh, there you go. I just saw its back half and I saw it was tan, and I was like, oh, please don't be a mountain lion or anything. Then I saw the legs and I was like, oh, okay, we're good. I'm starting to come across more lava flows like this, so I think I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm about 2.5 miles down the trail now, so still a ways to go. Still feeling all right, pacing myself pretty well, I think, but I think I've done a very small fraction of the elevation. Taking a quick breather now. That's the way I came. This is the junction, so 4 Mile Lake is that way, and then Mount McLoughlin summit is that way. So here's the portion where the trail splits off finally from the Pacific Crest, and now I go my own way. It would be really cool to do the Pacific Crest Trail someday, but that's something that I would have to plan out a year or two in advance, because that is a serious undertaking. I definitely do not want to half-ass my way through that, which I am want to do. Getting pretty high up now. I can see Upper Klamath Lake a little bit that way. Really can't see much of McLoughlin from this trail. You get bits and pieces of it as you're passing, but you really don't see much of it. From here on, it just kind of goes straight up the mountain, so I wonder if as the tree line recedes, you can see it a little bit better. But as for now, it's just that little glimpse behind the trees. There's a Clark's nuthatch up in that tree, picking off the bark. They're such neat birds. I see them all over the place around here. I'm at a bit of a better vista point here. That's 4 Mile Lake down there. There's the Klamath Lakes again. And I just saw a glimpse of Shasta earlier. I'll keep going. I'm gonna try and get past the tree line because I still can't see the stinking summit. It's really frustrating. I mean, this is obviously a very long and tough hike, so that makes it more difficult. But on other hikes that I've been on, some of my more challenging ones, at least they had more consistent payoffs as I was going up the trail. Like Castle Crags, I could see Mount Shasta and Castle Dome. Lassen, I was already above the tree line there. Same thing with Mount Scott. And this one, it's taken so long just to be able to look out at the valley, and I still can't even see the summit. It's just kind of, I don't know, frustrating to me. A little further up, this is probably the best view of the mountain I've had. Let's see if I can, yeah, that's about it. I'm about a mile from the summit, so I might push a little further up. It looks like the trees let off pretty soon, and then make a decision there. It's been about 3 hours, so I'm still making decent time apparently. Okay, well, the summit is still way up there behind this berm here. I still have another 1,200 feet to climb. I'm calling it here. My legs are so tired. If I had packed a little bit better food options and expected to like fully have lunch up here and everything, then I'd be fine and I'd just keep going at a slow pace, but I'm so stinking tired. Plus the trail is just awful. I mean, it's so technical. It's basically rock climbing at this point. I mean, I'm a little bit off trail here because the trail's down there. I just wanted to get up over this berm to get the nice view. But yeah, the rocks are just a huge, huge pain to walk on. It's like trying to climb up stairs covered in marbles. So I'm not going to risk rolling an ankle just to keep going. But anyway, beautiful view. I can see Thielsen, oh wait, Thielsen and Diamond Peak, and Three Sisters are way out there. You can see a few spots on Crater Lake. You can actually see Lau Rock, which is pretty cool. Try and zoom in a little bit more to get a better shot of that. But yeah, there's Crater Lake up there. Very cool, very pretty. I'm glad I at least got to this point. I was getting so mad that none of the switchbacks had a good view to the north here. And I mean, I'm sure it's a great view from the top, but I'm so stinking tired. I really don't think it's worth it. I don't want to blow out my knee for the rest of the summer like I did my first year. But yeah, and there's Shasta behind the trees. I had my nice little breather, so I think I'm going to start heading down because I've still got to go get groceries and I don't want to do that super late, so I'll get a head start on it. One thing I did want to point out is I wish I had binoculars with me to do it, but this mountain right across here is Brown Mountain. Just above that you can see the ridge line. That is right around Haight Mountain, so that's south of where I work. I can just barely see, you guys probably can't see it, but just below that far ridge line there's a tiny little dome out there. That is Ore Mountain. I just looked it up on my little peak visor, I think that's what it's called, app that points out where all the peaks are. So that is my little mountain, so I at least got high enough that I could look back at it, which is kind of nice. It's better than seeing only forest this entire way. So I think it's time to say goodbye to the view. Maybe another time I'll try and come back up, but man, this is a tough hike. I definitely underestimated it. Now that I'm out of the rocky section and I can actually look up while I hike, I can appreciate the big green cones sitting on top of these fir trees. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what kind they are, but I'm sure that there's a mix of white fir and red fir around here. I saw a couple balsam cones every once in a while, but I feel like it's more white and red fir around here. It's nice walking through this old forest though. There's a very angry squirrel here. I'll leave you alone. I'm back at the car. I made it. Man, I'm really bummed that I couldn't do that last portion. That was just too much, but I'm glad I turned around when I did because I couldn't make it. I knew it was already bad enough going down from that point. I mean, it is just a painful slog down those boulders, and it is not easy on your legs, your ankles. So I'm glad I made the smart decision and just turned back. It's funny though. I mean, I feel like most hikes, I usually do it a little bit faster than the average. The sign over there said, plan on taking 4 hours up and I think 3 hours down. And from when I left the car at around 8:30, 4 hours up, 3 hours down, that would be 3:30, and it is almost 3 o'clock right now. So even without doing that crazy 2,000 feet over the last mile, I still was close to that time frame. So I'd probably be back here at 6 o'clock from how much resting I would need, how many times I'd need to stop. So yeah, definitely a tougher hike than I expected, but I made the smart choice, and at least I got that decent view at the end. So bit of a bummer, but you live and you learn.